Greetings. Welcome to Class 5 Collection. Ecto Eric here. Hope you're doing good. So, fresh off the porch, my youngest niece came home from school. Says, Uncle, did you get a delivery? I'm like, yeah, I trained you well, kid. Thank you. So, of course, it's from BVTS. So, like I said before, I do have some pre-orders coming in. I don't exactly know what this is. I don't check my emails. I'm terrible for that. So, let's find out together. There we go. Oh, yes. Sweet. I did not think this was coming in. I've had this on pre-order for like since last year. Yes. Boss Super Big Voice BBTS throws in a sticker. Thank you, because I do use them. Let's get rid of the box. And this is from the Four Horsemen. This is the Frankenstein from Mary Shelley's book, not from the movies. It's close to the De Niro one from the late 90s, but this is taken from her novel. And I love the Four Horsemen. Their figure obscura line is awesome. They just good quality, great customer service. Like I had bought the Ghost of Christmas Past. It didn't come with the screaming head. I contacted them. The lady was extremely nice. Within 3 days of me talking to her, they sent a nice package, a nice note with the extra head. That was great customer service. Don't try doing that with NECA or Hasbro, because you're going to get the big shitties. You know what I mean? So, yes, this is so cool. Oh, my God. This is wild. So, let's rip this open, because, wow. Now, for me, it's always, I don't believe Halloween season. To me, it's always around. It's kind of like Christmas. I don't go by what the calendar says. It could be Easter Sunday and it's still Halloween to me. I don't care. Actually, it kind of is, because he didn't rise from the grave. So, yeah. So, how does this? Oh, it's magnetic. Yes, their boxes are magnetic. So, first thing, look at this backdrop. That is amazing. Look at the artwork. Wow. That's going to be hopefully part of my display. Wow, that's awesome. So, here's the window box. Comes with the monster. So, I hate calling him a monster. He's a creature. Monster is like the Mummy or Dracula. He was just, he didn't ask to be what he was. He was thrown together and then kicked to the curb and mistreated and all that good stuff. So he comes with quite a bit of stuff. He's got the table. He's got some breathing apparatus or something. All kinds of stuff. But just, this is remarkable. He comes with books. Oh yeah, this is oh, I haven't even opened it and I'm excited. They had released one, same creature, different colors. I think it was tan, not green, and the table and the equipment were something like out of a modern doctor's office, and I couldn't. No, it killed it. Like it looked like out of a dentist office. I wish I could put pictures up. I don't know how to do that, but it just, no. I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, but that, no. Like, it didn't fit the time period. Like, you got something from the 1800s, but then you've got modern operating table and modern. It just didn't. I don't know what they were thinking on that. And they're releasing this figure. It's on pre-order now, just by itself. So there's warning, just telling you to be careful with the figures, heat it up. Yada yada yada, stuff that we collectors should know. So 2 trays. First tray is, of course, your figure. There's 2 heads. Let me turn the light back on now. There we go. So he's got different heads. Got one with a hair. He's got one with a screwed up eye. That screwed up eye. He's grimacing in that one. So table. Extra pair of feet because he does have boots on this one. He's got the cloth for his groin because he's actually got cloth pants. Got one of those displays you put someone's head in. So this is cool. Now underneath you got more containers. Right here you got the base for all the equipment. This is a table, so I think this might be for the table to hold it. That's probably the stand to hold that. See, this is more in what I think it would look like for that time period. The other ones are black and white and too clean. It's just like, no, that's not right. So I've got some apparatus right here. Looks like you got some tie downs for the table. Got some extra hand. You got a bone right there, hand. And I think you got some stuff. Now, what's cool, this is what I like about the 4 Horsemen. For every figure I've gotten, they always throw in a book. When I did the Christmas Carol, they actually threw in the entire book. And it's awesome. Sadly, as far as I know, I've asked them. They've only put out 2 figures. Are you guys going to make, are you going to make a Scrooge? Are you going to make a Christmas future? And basically they told me no. And I'm like, oh. So that's nice. So it's going to have excerpts of her book. So this is just fun to flip through. Just very showy right there. So that's a very, very nice touch that they do that. So let me get everything out, and we will take a closer look at everything. Okay, first impressions. Damn, it's better than I ever thought it was going to be. I mean, I haven't even messed with the figure yet, but just with the look of it is unbelievable. This is so many different things you can do with this. I mean, you've got the table, and you've got the creature, and you've got different ways of displaying him. It's not just one standard feature. You take his pants off and put this on, and change the heads and the hands, and wow. Okay, so let's let's go over the accessories first, because there's quite a few accessories. So first thing was going to go to, which really shocked me, is the ankles and bracelet chains. Now, you might be able to pretend to put them on here. I'm not really sure. I haven't messed with that yet. But look what they did. Real metal. I hate to say real metal. They actually use metal on the chain. These are plastic, but the chain itself is metal. Nice touch, 4 Horsemen. That is freaking amazing. So you got 2 for the hooves, and you got 2 for the hands. So we'll check that out in a little bit. And then you got a couple straps for the bed. Well, the table, not the table was cool. Is why I actually have the table in place. So you have different ways of doing it. So I guess I would think you just slip it on there. Now, the first thing I noticed when I opened the box was a heavy odor of oil. So I guess from the plastic. I was like, wow, what is that? I haven't worked on my car today, so just trying to get it to fit over that. So yeah, so anyways, you do that, slip it through, it'll hold it. So yeah, that's what I can smell right now is definitely oil. So you got 2 straps. And then you have like a little hand crank compressor with a coil of wire that you might be able to sneak through the back of this. Not really sure, but that the detail on it is freaking amazing. Look at that. And it does not turn. You get the belt and everything, but the coil will just come loose. So that's awesome. Then you got, I'm seeing like some type of apparatus, like a breathing thing or something that goes up and down, accordion. So that's well done. And you got two bones. You got one hand. That's nice. Well done. And then you got a skull. Now, it's got a ball joint. I can imagine you can slip it on there if you want to. But I'm pretty sure that you can just put it in one of the jars. Speaking of jars, we have three. They're all the same, of some type of elixirs or something. They are all the same. I like the olive color. But yeah, there's no difference. But you got three of those. Then you have three books. So you got this one, which I don't know if it's his journal or not, but it could be. So that's nice. Pages are well done. Look at that. Then you got this one with a plate, but nothing on it. And they do not open this. They're molded shut. And you got this blue one with a binder on it. Now they all have this little peg, and I'm not 100% sure why they all have that. I don't see anything that we plug into, but it is there. Then you get the bandage for his groin area. So if you want him to run around in his skivvies, you definitely can do that, which is nice. Soft rubber, so I guess the ball joint goes through there. Slip it on, boom, off he goes. Now he's got, actually, he has a pair of feet because he has boots on right now. So I mean, look at the stitching. That is really, the color and the wash on it, the bluish green toenails. Even the underneath is actually done. And this one even has stitches. That's just insane. And you got extra pair of hands. So he's got basically like, not almost fists. And these are open. So like maybe like mauling hands or something. Now this is odd because this one is such a bright green compared to the rest. So that's different. But this one's not. And his corresponding hand doesn't have it. It's all one color. So why that one is a bright green, I don't know. And he has three extra heads. He's got this one right here, which is spooky. I actually like that one. And he's got the grimace one right here. Let me get a little closer for this. Yeah, that is a bit of vein work. These 4 horsemen, you guys really do a great job. I've got several figures. I have not been disappointed with any of them yet. Look at the glass. Look, you see the shine in that? Look at that. That's unbelievable. Got some stitching back there. I mean, it's crazy that you can actually see a shine on his eye. And this one really creeps me out. So that's pretty wild. Good, great detail on that. Then you have different little display. So you poke it off. You can put, if you want to put a head on there, you can. Do that. I was hoping to have like little stands, but I don't In the promo, it did have one, but nothing in the box that I seen. So this is the biggest one. Then you got this medium one, different shape, same thing. And you get the little baby one. Maybe for the, what you would probably do is put, the heads won't fit, but you can always put like, you know, put the hand in there if you want. Yeah, this is cool. So now, let's go on to the last two pieces. Let's look at the table. So here's the operating table. So when you get out of the box, you just have to slip. I'll show you. Come on. I know I didn't put you on there that good. Okay, so it comes like this. Very easy. Just plug it in. Same thing with the table. So this, you can go straight any way you want. So you can have them almost like that, or laying down. So I guess that would be where the head is. Very well detailed, so cool. But like I said, if you look online, the one that came out last year is medical. It's so modern. It's white with little black lines on it. It's just something you'd see in a dentist or a standing ER room. I'm just like, nah. That took it out for me. So this one's more time period correct for this. And this one right here. So just there's three pieces. There's the table, there's the shaft right here, and then the legs. And you just snap all three together, and there you go. And pretty sturdy. So, you know, you can hold things and go crazy. So, an abundance of stuff. Really, really incredible. So now let's take a look at the creature himself. And he's a hefty boy. He's hefty. And wow. Just looking at it. This can come off, of course. And this is, I think, what's really cool. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize all the different color patches. That's wild. But look at all the freaking detail. Even on the torso. Wow. That face, though. That is amazing. And he's got soft, good pants. And he's got his shoes. I love how just torn up it is. It's all stitched together. It's nice. So of course you push it down like that. So let's let me derobe him and let's put on his bandage. Okay, so you just untie this, and this is velcroed, it's nice. So you just take off his shoes, of course, which the shoes are right here. So they were easy to pop off. I almost wondered if there was an actual full foot in there. Is this the way it looks? But I am not going to cut that out to find out. That's just wrong. So slip it down. This dude is buffed for a dead dude. So let's look at the detail. Look at this. This is amazing. Like, wow. Damn. 4 Horsemen. Whole. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to separate this part. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not sure if I have to heat it up. Come on. I'm going to heat it up. So you can get him in his little groin thing if you want. Not too shabby. I'll put his feet on. I forgot about that. And there he is with his groin piece, his bare feet. Wow. Looks good. Now, I didn't snap it down all the way. It was a chore to get it loose because you could see Here's his waist, that black belt. You can see the paint that's still in there, so yeah. But once I get it out, but he just looks amazing. I like it. Okay, so why I have him in his skivvies, his articulation is pretty damn good. Actually, there we go. But even Van Damme would be, damn, look at that. That's impressive. So he does have this single jointed. He does have, he can turn. He can do a little bit of a twist there. Now his head, of course, because of the hair, but he can. It's actually soft enough; it doesn't impede it at all. So he can look down slightly, look up a little bit. He can do this. Now he's not in all the way, so, but he just got single bend there. His feet do go up and down, a little bit of rocking. Yeah, he's cool. So I'm gonna swap out. Well, actually, I'm gonna put his pants back on. It's just a little disturbing. So getting his pants back on is very easy, no problems. And this rope is nice. You just cinch it. That's good. Stays so far. Of course, you have to adjust his little cuffs, but yeah. So that is wild. And like I said, this is cool. His trench coat or whatever you want to call it. This is nice. I don't think it's going to leave any staining over time. I doubt it will. But you know what? Even if it does, it's just going to add because he's, dead. So, before we get into anything else, let's try on the different heads. Now, I don't know because I haven't heated his head up. So let me see. Okay, so getting it off was easy. So, like I said, can you put this on? And don't do that. It's kind of like a Skeletor from another universe. So, but yes, if you did for some reason, you can definitely put it on. So here is the solemn head right there. That reflection of the light is just crazy to me. It really is. That's really cool. Then we'll do the grimacing one. It would have been cool. It would have been cool if I don't drop things. And what I was saying was, it would have been cool if there was a hairpiece that you could put on the different heads. So if you wanted the bald version or the version with hair on it, that's only, it's not a gripe. It's just a kind of like, oh, that would have been nice. This one creeps me out. Yeah, you can. It would go on there, but he definitely has that Gollum look to him. Creepy. This one I would probably just put in the on display in there. But yeah, that would have been nice if the hair. But that's alright. But this is the head I'm more likely gonna stay with. There we go. So it pops on. So he is so cool. So let's try to put him on a table and see how that goes. So if you want to put the shackle around his leg, just take the hoof off like I did. Do that. Then just replace it. There you go. And you do the same thing, excuse me, with his hands. So here's the creature on the table. I like it. I just wish the table was a few more inches longer. But you know, he's should be a lot bigger than a human, so that's probably why. But yeah, it looks good. Now you got the leather straps. Now putting them on, you really gotta force them to get on. I didn't lock them down on this side, and the chain. I only have one set of chains on. I got one, so I just pretended it went through here, and then this one I just couldn't get it to go through because it kept snapping back. So, but it's nice. So I might pick up the single version of him and have him strapped on the table. So that's pretty cool. And that the table can actually pivot, I think that's amazing. Now, like I said before, now you have this little little table poopy thing. So, when Dr. Frankenstein is doing his research and experiments, excuse me, he can keep all his little things here. He wants to keep the head in there. So it does fit all three. Now you get the books, so you might have to like take off one of them, and you can put his journals and books on there. So nice touch. That is really cool. And like I said, with all the little gadgets. So this, like I said, this wire comes out. You can always have it like go onto the table in your display, which I think is really cool. It's all wire, but the detail is just exquisite. And this piece right here, it looks like a bellows or something. I am beyond happy with the set. I really am. I think it was $70, but for everything that you get and for the quality, damn well worth it. I really enjoy the Four Horsemen. They do a great job. I've got several figures from them and not disappointed in any one of them. So I am going to, actually, before we sign off, I'm going to do a measurement and put him with another creature. So the creature is with the Boris Karloff from NECA and from Mego Frankenstein. So the Four Horsemen Frankenstein comes in at, we'll call it 8 inches. Now, the one from NECA is just a little bigger, just a hair bigger, just because of the top. And the Mego also comes in at just about 8 inches. So, yeah, definitely cool. Very sweet. Love it. My final thoughts, it's worth it. If you are a horror fanatic, if you are into Frankenstein, get this set. You won't be disappointed. All the goodies that's in it, yes, 100%. And for, I think it was like $74, get it. Trust me. I 100% back this up. I'm trying to think of anything negative. I think the only thing is it's more not really a negative, more of a it's switching this out. Getting that torso off and getting it back on is a real pain. It would have been nice if it would have been, even if they just slid it in the back a little bit, where you could just slide it up. Taking out the torso, just, it's not something I would recommend doing a lot. It's too bad because I do like that. So, what I think I'm going to do, I think this one's going to be released as a single shortly. And I think I'm going to pick that one up and just have him in this part. So this way I can have both versions. So that's me. Really, I can't find much negative really with it. I think it's really cool. All right, guys. So I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for the likes, subscribes, the middle fingers, the death threats. So please keep the comments coming. I really appreciate it. So take care. Keep collecting. Peace.